Okay, it's Uncle Mike here with Santa Claus. Tell some stories. Anyway, I have to tell you a couple of things. Santa was not too happy with me. Like, he did not laugh a lot. Because he told me, Mike, look, you have got to make sure, people they know you don't speak for Christ. You don't speak for God. I said, yeah, Santa, I tell him. Only your voice is, what I can present him. Yeah, that's it, just Santa Claus. The rest of them are just, memories and such that Santa Claus shared with me. And, so I can see some things that Santa Claus saw. But the words, well, you know, they're not my tongue. So I can't really understand what they actually saying. You know, I just pretend a little bit and, read body language, because it's not too hard to, really know what somebody means, even without throat. So anyway, I say, Santa High School. I don't talk too much about Jesus. Say, oh yeah, what you tell them? I say, about how he toss out the money, how everybody thought that was funny. I mean, not everybody, like most people didn't laugh, their jaws were on the floor. They were like, man, are you dumb? Like, didn't you see on the road coming in? The Romans, they kill people and put them up on sticks. They're gonna do that to you, Jesus? He said, yeah, I know, but for now, let's get out of here. Let's go. Our last celebration. So, anyway, those are facts, more or less. So Santa said, that's okay. You can say those things. But as far as like Jesus comparing to now, it don't matter. It's nothing. That was then, this now. And you're not allowed to pontificate on Jesus' thought, because that was his. I said, I understand. Only words from you, Santa, on travels and sand. He said, okay. So it's clear. Everyone knows. Just Santa stories, Santa Claus, Santa. Alright, so anyway, what are we gonna tell them first, Santa Claus? He said, well, start with the hands, explain to them, why you use symbols, right? Where those come from, right? Because you got 5 digits and you got 4 fingers and a thumb, right? Where I get those? What do they mean? I just use them to picking up things. So yeah, good for that. But there's some other secrets in hand. Like What does that mean? Well, you got circle, we'll call it a ring. You know, you keep that one tight, pointing in, thumb holding it down, on top, you know, firm. And then you still got three, you know. You got mind, you got body, you got spirit, right? Check it out. I flip you off. I send you my spirit. You like it or not? Yeah, it depends what you do with it, you know? Like, is that a friend or is that a foe? What do you mean when he flipped that bird? You know, like flipping the bird and, you know, we don't do that because you're a nasty gesture, dude. It's like, boo, what does it mean, you know? Because I see some of the kids and they just play with their friends like, hey man, to you. And then he sent it back. He's like, yeah, right on, man. I know it too. And then, so like they play with each other. Sending spirit here, send it back. You know, and they understand it's not an attack. You know, they're just, you know, sharing something. But, you know, it has dangers in it. You got to be careful, you know. You send your spirit to fly. With what intention you give it to that guy, you know, or that girl, or whatever, you know. Constantly, you know, sending your spirits around. So, you know, so you can understand, you know, what it is to walk around, be man, you know, like say man, mean both, man and woman, 10 fingers, 10 toes, you know, and different parts and different, you know, feelings and desires, but the word, you know, we gotta have something to call us all, you know, and women are like, we don't like that. We don't like to be, you know, a little addition to man, like man, and we were just whoa, you know, like an afterthought. Say, I agree, you know, not at all that way. Maybe we have a new word to mean all of us, you know, equally. You know, nobody on top, always, you know, like, I mean, you cannot actually be in the same space at the same time, but, you know, you can share. It doesn't matter, you know, so much, but it does. Anyway, so, you know, for females and males, you know, maybe get offended at Uncle Mike and Jingle Bells, you know, because he talk about some things, you know, like maybe it's not so appropriate for kids. So yeah, you know, that's what parents for, you know, like make sure they know what they watch. But anyway, Uncle Mike, he'll keep on talk, and you know about the hands and the thoughts. So anyway, you got you know, you got the sign, right? The symbol. You got parts of it. We talk a little bit about spirit, you know. Spirit. You got body and mind, you know. And the mind is like, it's the smallest part. But, it's important. You don't want too much in your mind. It becomes cumbersome, like unwieldy, it's hard to move around if you got too much on the mind, right? So we keep that one small. But, it's important part, that's why, kids learn really young, like this. Make me pinky swear, pinky swear me. Yeah, we have the same thoughts. Always on this one little bit. We think the same way, because we pinky swear it, And like sometimes you might see some grown men. They're walking around and they're holding pinkies, like, oh man, that's kind of strange. What? Men don't do that. That's gay. Like, well, that's a whole nother subject. But, come on, you should know. Unlocking those digits, put together our minds, and maybe not just to cover up some secret or lie, because usually that's where the kids, they start. We don't tell no one about it, okay? Pinky swear, right? But, the grown-ups, they learn, hey, we can put our minds together and we can talk, about the subject, even we don't agree. Maybe we learn something. We change some beliefs and, helping the cultures to, not be so scared of each other and, Santa and air. Because it's all, it's all really neat. It's got really cool stories, about how it all came to be. Right, like science, accurate science. Yeah, so that's Santa, I don't know, man. For some reason, he liked me. Okay, so anyway, like, back to the hand. This one's important. That's where you wear your band, I usually here on this hand. But, means, it means, it means I share my body with someone only, That's like the, the body, is this hand. I mean, it's this digit. Right? Right? This digit. Oh, don't worry. He's fine. He's fine. But, just some ideas from Santa Claus. Like treasures, from heaven. And when he gonna talk and use some words about, like, it's a heaven and God, and like they're just kind of like literary terms, that we all understand. When someone says heaven, it mostly means up or sky or maybe space, but it don't mean the dirt so much, unless you're a bug. And then that might be heaven for him, Anyway, so we talk and we talk, with Santa Claus. So he's got a lot of history for you, okay, about the Earth and, the solar system and the sun And then, her neighbors, and I already said, your son, she is female. It's the way it is, there's star not too far away. That one's male. Okay? It's just the way it is. Like, star can be, boy or girl. Yours is a girl. Okay? And when I say yours, I mean like, actually you're hers. More or less. You don't really own her, like, because I see some of the previous kids, they said, like, I'm going to listen to Santa and get rich in my head, and I'll steal all his secrets, and when I get old, I'll build a machine to suck out the sun. Take all of the energy and fly away far, and then I'll be Santa Claus. I said, yeah, I know, man, like, Santa knows, Santa knows. He love you and your devious thoughts. You know why you think he bring you lumps of coal? I mean, I told you, it's only Santa, and some truths. So, anyway, you can come listen back any night from now until Christmas. Because that's what I got. I see. Okay.